All right, so we are recording. All right, welcome to Team Call. There's 5 of us, so that's okay. I was just telling Robin that I think these calls are going to get a lot more interactive and have a lot more people as school gets started. Because I don't know about you, but I am going nuts right now, and I need school to start like now. So I did a team call last night for another team, and it was like really, really good. So I decided to do the same information for you guys today. I feel like it's something that we all struggle with, and something that you're definitely going to be able to pass on to your teams as they grow. So I spent the weekend with Miss Stephanie here, and she shared with me a book that she has, and I actually have the same book. And I decided that I'm going to start going through these books because they're really, really awesome, and pulling every so often for our team calls and trying to tie them into our business. They're more of a life book, but it's an amazing. And so the first book is all about one and how it takes one person or one thing to make a difference. And there's a short section on it about belief and how change happens when you begin to believe in yourself and when you begin to believe in the circumstance or the action that you're trying to take. And so that's how change starts. Change starts with your choice to believe. And that's the wonderful thing about belief, is that it can instantly change just like that. So today's call Zoom is about belief and how that is the deal breaker in this business. So when we think about a life, like if you think about a life like 5 years down the road, think about what it is that you really, really want. And is it something that you have right now? Like, is this life that you're picturing the same life that you have now? Is it something that's super happy? Is it awesome? Is it, amazing? Or are you just content and comfortable with your life? Because if you don't do something now, you're going to have the same exact life in 5 years that you have right now. So if your life is awesome and you don't want it to change, then do nothing. But if you're like, there are some things that could get a little bit better, then that's what I want you to focus on, okay? Most people want this amazing life, but few are actually going to achieve it because they don't believe that they can. They don't believe that they can. So this call is not about how successful I am. It is about you. Because the only thing that differentiates you and me is belief. I mean, I can talk about my struggles. I can talk about what's made this business successful for me. I can talk about how I don't do anything differently other than you do. And it's the 3 vital behaviors, the secret sauce. There is none. The only thing that's different between us is the fact that I believe, and I believe with everything I have. I am absolutely unapologetic about my business. I'm absolutely unapologetic about my beliefs and my faith. And that is the way you have to be with this business. You have to be unapologetic. I cannot talk today. I'm sorry. Unapologetic. So we're going to start with you, and this is going to be a little bit of an interactive right here. So if you have a pen and paper, grab one. And if you don't, go get one real fast. So starting with you, I'm going to let you know right off the bat that you are not a mistake. You're not a mistake. And you're already making a difference in this world. The biggest misconception that we have is that we really aren't making an impact in the lives of others. That's a huge misconception, because you are, and I'm about to show you how. So now that you have your pen and paper, in your life so far, so from the time you were born until this very moment, I want you to think of just one person, someone that you've taught or mentored, and I want you to write their name down right now. In your life so far. I want you to write down the person's name of someone that you have supported or helped. Write down the person's name of someone that you've encouraged or inspired. This is the big one. Write down the person's name of someone that you have forgiven. And then one last one, I want you to write something down that you've already done in your community that's helped change it for the better. And this one's probably tough. You may go, oh, I don't really know, but let me give you some examples. If your kids go to a public school, have you volunteered at the book fair? Have you volunteered at the senior center? Have you maybe worked with kids during a PE session or helped them in an art class? Have you given away one of your products for free or something for free? So those are some things to start thinking about, and on how you've helped your community, or maybe they'll spark something. So, again, that misconception that we really aren't making a difference in someone's life, you just wrote down five things, 5 names. And that proves to you right there that you're here for a reason and that you are making that difference. So your assignment, we're going to have 2 assignments today. Your assignment by Wednesday, and I'll write these up so you don't have to write them down, but I want you to, moving forward, so from this day, from this moment on, I want you to write down someone that you're going to teach or mentor. Pick a name. So the same things that you just wrote down, but you're going to think about who you're going to help in the future. Someone that you're going to support or help. Someone that you're going to encourage or inspire. Someone that you will forgive. Maybe you're holding on to some grudges or something. That's a big one. And I want you to write down something that you're going to do that will help change your community for the better. Okay? So what you're doing is you're charting your course. And that's really, really important in this business. In order to start having that better life, in order to start making our world a little bit better, we've got to do it one person at a time, and you have to believe that it is possible, that you can do it. So how do we tie this all into our business? That's the biggest question. So there are 3 things that you need to build confidence in and that you have to believe in. And the first one is that you have to build confidence in yourself. You have to build confidence in your products, number 2. And then number 3, you have to build confidence in your business. And the thing is, with these 3 things, it's not just these things as like separate. It's having the confidence in the value of that each of these things bring. Okay? Let me explain on that. Most of our insecurities as a coach, and I don't care how new you are or how long you've been a coach, we all have the same insecurities. We all have the same fears, the fear of rejection, that fear of no. No one likes to hear it. I've been a coach for 7 years almost, and I still don't like to hear it. Okay? And that just doesn't go away. We learn to accept it, but we don't like to hear it. The fear of being that salesperson, nobody wants to be that person, okay? So instead of thinking of these as a no or a rejection, or instead of thinking of yourself being a salesperson, I want you to think about and actually want to add value to other people. So you're not selling them on something. You're adding value. That's a big change in your belief, okay? Because if you believe you're that icky salesperson, that's what you are. But if you believe that you're adding value to someone's life with whatever it is they need, things are going to change for you in this business, okay? So how do you build confidence in yourself? That's hard, right? So here's a task that I want you to do, and it's committing to be a better you. Every single day, okay, maybe you can take 1 day off, but every day I want you to make a post on social media, whatever your platform is, Either a picture of you during or after your workout. Okay, maybe you do a video or something like that. Or I want you to say something that you learn from personal development. Who is that? Who's it? The White family. The White family. Hey, Vernon, can you mute your computer for me?
Sure.
Hey, I'm glad you're on.
Thank you.
Or maybe I do that. I'll try that. Does that work? No. There. Is that better? Is that muted? Okay. Okay, so post something that you learn from personal development, or make a post of something that, like a picture of you doing a workout, or like either before or after. Why? Because that's going to help you build confidence in yourself as a business owner. If you are working on yourself, like if you are making yourself healthier, that is going to naturally come by you doing it every day and you putting it out there. Okay. If you're reading personal development every day, your thinking is going to change. You're actually not going to have a choice on that. If you fill your brain with good, positive stuff, you're going to change. You're going to develop that confidence. Okay. So those are two things that you can do to help be a better you. So make that commitment today. Make that commitment to do one of those posts. And if you're not sure what to read or what to start, the book You're a Badass is pretty awesome. If you've read it once, read it again. If you've read it twice, read it again, because I promise you're going to get something new out of it every time you read it. If you are that type A personality where everything has to be a certain way before you can move on, then I want you to find the book, The Gifts of Imperfections. It's an amazingly short, little, awesome book. And then if you want to work on this business, and if you're struggling in this business, then I'm going to recommend The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster by Darren Hardy. I started it today. I started it before and I just couldn't get into it and never went and finished it, but I started it again today and I couldn't put it down. It's amazing. So number 2, how do you build confidence in your products? That is so important. So often, you're a coach for a reason. Like, you obviously know these programs work, but sometimes when the cost comes up of certain products like Shakeology or our new performance line, which is not cheap, we kind of lose a little confidence in them, right? Well, it's very, very important for you to have this super strong belief that these things work. Otherwise, you're not going to have a successful business. So here's what I want you to do. Every single week, I want you to share a success story from someone that has used our products. So if it's been a week that they've started a week ago, share it. If they've been on it for a year, share it. If, whatever the success story is, share it once a week, because that is going to help you build confidence in the things that we offer to people. Remember, you have to be unapologetic about our products. They are amazing. They change lives. People have gotten off medication. People have actually had their life changed because they're now living and not in the ground, because of our products, because of our programs, and because of Shakeology, and because of the slimming formula. Okay? So share a success story. Where do you find these? Well, you find them in your back office. You can also go to our team page and ask for them. I guarantee you we've got 800 coaches that have a success story. If they don't have one themselves, they know somebody who has. So get on that. And it's super cool on what it does to your business. It brings positive eyes to you brings positive eyes to your business. It helps you build the confidence in yourself because you're doing something great for someone else, and it helps build confidence in your products, okay? Now, speaking of products and price, what if you can't sell a challenge pack if your life depended on it? Does that mean you stop right there? Absolutely not. Remember what I said in the very beginning of this Zoom call. You need to add value to people. And if that means they can't afford a challenge pack, then that means you get them on a program and you help them and tell them, look, it's totally fine. I get it. I understand finances. Let's get you started on this program right now. And then next month, we're going to figure out how you can afford Shakeology. Okay? So right there, you're putting it in their head that they will be able to afford something else. So they're not going to question you along the way. Okay? And in the process, they're going to have their life change. They're going to see a weight loss. They're going to see inches lost. They're going to feel better. They're going to feel a part of a community. So at that moment, when you say, you know what, that's totally cool. If you can't afford a challenge pack, let's get you started. You are adding value to their life. And that's what this business is all about. So you went from the icky salesperson to, sorry, I can't allow you in my group because you didn't buy a challenge pack, to, okay, so you got it off of Craigslist. Let's get you changed. Let's get that life changed anyway. Okay? Now, how do you build confidence in your business? Well, you just have to start. You may not do it right the first time. Who cares? I still don't do it right. You just have to start, because the more you do it, the better you get. So I'm going to give you an example of a personal story of mine. I have been a TurboKick instructor for 16 years. And TurboKick is the gym version of Turbo Jam or Turbo Fire, one of the products that we sell from Chalene Johnson. And when I first started teaching, I felt, I'm awesome. I am so good. So I had this belief in myself that I was a great instructor. So I took over this class that had like 45 people on average consistently. And I started teaching TurboKick, and I was brand spanking new, like I'd just gotten out of my certification. And I haven't really learned any good teaching skills. After 3 weeks, I had 3 people, 3 that would come to class. Everybody else was like, I am not wasting my time, because I sucked. I was awful. But I didn't stop. I didn't give up. I continued to go and continued to work at it and continued to just help whoever I could in that class. And now I can pack over 100 people in class. So, I started out doing something I love and I was very passionate about. I sucked. I continued on. I'm still passionate about it. I still love it. And I'm actually really, really good at it. Okay? So just start in this business. Just start trying to help somebody change their life. Every single month you need to do a free challenge. Every month you need to do one. Why? Because that adds value to people. And it allows people to see how valuable you are. And when people want to be a part of whatever you're offering next, you get confidence, right? You gain that belief that this is actually worth it. You gain confidence in yourself, you gain confidence in our products, and you do gain confidence in the business. So run a free challenge. My advice is to do it the same week every month. Okay? And your free challenge can be anything that you want. If you want to do a free Eat Clean challenge, awesome. I've got every single thing done for you. I'll be happy to hand it over. I've got the menu. I've got the post. Got the shopping list. I've got it all done. Okay? So you don't have to come up with anything. You can come up with your own squat challenge or tidying your house challenge, whatever it is. I want you to do something free every month. Now, Eat Clean challenges, those kind of move on to the next phase, which is probably a program or a challenge pack, right? But it's not something that you have to do. My advice is to team up with someone else and run it together, okay? Because it makes it more fun. It takes the pressure off of you. And there's more people, which makes it look more awesome. So do that every month. The second thing to help you have confidence in your business is to develop your 15 to 30 second elevator speech. So this is your second part of your assignment. So the first one is to fill in that little, that chart in your course. Now I'll post those things in just a little bit. But the second thing is to come up with your elevator speech. So when someone asks you what you do for a living, you pop it off. And I do not want you to include that you are a Beachbody coach. Okay? You need to have something that draws people in. So for me, I am the owner and the CEO of Fit Heather D Incorporated, which is an online or virtual health and fitness company. I help people, I mentor them and help change their lives through social media, through one-on-one interaction, but it's all done in the comfort of your own home. That's it. And I've partnered with a company that has produced Insanity, P90X, Turbo Fire, Body Beast, 21 Day Fix, whatever it is you want to say, okay? So that's my really quick 15 to 30 second. I'm constantly trying to improve this to make it better, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to hook people to have them ask you more questions. And when they begin to ask more questions, you're going to get to know them and what their need is. And when you find out what their need is, you're going to be able to add value to their life. And that is the whole point of this business. Okay, so your assignment by Wednesday is to put your 15 to 30 second elevator speech on video. And I want you to upload it to your team page. You can either do it in your smaller team page or you can do it on team one, either one. And I want you to ask for feedback and be open to constructive critique. Okay? And when you get some feedback, then I want you to do it again and again and again until you feel good about it, until you gain that confidence. Okay? So 15 to 30 seconds on what you do. The third thing I want you to do to help you build confidence in your business and to really believe in this business is to help people in your organization. So where do you find these people? Well, these are people that have been placed in your organization by your coach, by people that have been placed underneath you, by you. They are not necessarily your personally sponsored coach, but you go into your back office and you go into My Business at the very top of the drop-down menus and you scroll down to My Downline. And then you're going to click on Genealogy. My Genealogy, and it's going to bring up this graph or this chart of people. Those are the people in your organization. I want you to reach out to everyone. How can you add value to them? Well, if they need to be held accountable for their own personal journey, do that. If they need help with their business, maybe teaming up to run a free challenge, do it. If they are wanting to start a challenge group, an accountability group, they don't have anybody to do it with, join up together. It doesn't matter if they're your personally sponsored coaches or not, okay? Because if you, I'm going to say this, and this is where I get really vicious, but if you are in this business and you're going to be stingy with your time, you're going to be stingy with your knowledge, and you're going to be stingy with your systems, like, oh, I've got the secret sauce and I'm not going to tell anybody what it is, you're going to fail in this business and you will not make it, okay? If you give with a good heart and you give openly, you will be blessed 100,000 times. Okay? So do not be stingy. And anybody on my team, if you're stingy, you're going to hear it from me. And that's not a good thing in this case. Okay? So help people in your organization, help them with whatever they need. And the last thing, I want you to get to Emerald tomorrow. Get to Emerald. It's a choice. What does that do for you? Well, that helps you feel confident because you've rank advanced and you are successful. And guess what your coach is going to do, or your diamond coach, or your star diamond coach? We're going to blow up your newsfeed with congratulations and a hoopla. And that's going to bring a whole bunch of eyes onto you. And what's that going to make you do? It's going to make you poof your chest a little bit. And it's going to show other people that you are seeing success in this business. Okay? And success loves speed. So that's what being an emerald does, like immediately. Who do you sign? Well, you sign your spouse, number one, even if they're not completely supportive. Okay? Even if they're not completely supportive. Let me tell you why. They will be. When you start bringing in some bank, your spouse will get supportive. My husband, who is now retired from his corporate job, he was supportive. He loved me and he wanted me to be happy, but he thought this was going to flop. He did not have faith or confidence in this business. I didn't care. I signed him up and proved him wrong. Okay? So get your spouse signed up. You want them at the top of your organization. Why? So eventually you can start working on their business at the same time as yours, and they see success right off the bat. And your paycheck goes up. Okay? The other person that you want to sign is either your best friend or like a parent or sibling or something like that. Okay? Again, if they're if your best friend is like my best friends, who took like 8 or 9 months to sign up, that's okay. You want them with you at the top of your organization. Why? Because you're going to want to party with them. You are going to want to play with them. You are going to want to take trips with them, and you are going to want to celebrate with them. Nobody wants to be left behind, and your best friend is the exact same way. So even if they're not sold or completely on board with this business, have them do you a favor. Say, just please do me a favor. I think I finally asked them, please help me out. Will you do this for me? Of course they want to do it for you, okay? Because everybody needs to be just a little bit healthier, right? That's your way of holding them accountable. But it's also your way of showing them that you love them in another way other than just obviously being an awesome friend. But having them at the top of your organization so that when they finally do get on board, because they will, they're at the top and they're going to start making money right off the bat. Okay? So find somebody that you love. So that's how you do it right then. Have them just support you for just a little bit. Okay? So once again, the only difference between you and me is belief. I truly believe that I would be successful in this business. I set goals every year. I set goals every Monday. I set goals every week, every month. And you know what? Sometimes I don't set these goals. I don't hit the goals that I've set. Doesn't mean I'm stopping. Doesn't mean I'm, off track or derailed. And let me give you an example. So I found this check, and I wrote this check on December the 31st, 2011. It's $1 million, and it's made out to my husband and I. I dated the check. So I wrote the check the date that I wrote it, but I dated it for December the 31st of 2014. So I had said, and on 3 years, I was going to be a millionaire in this company. I didn't hit it. I didn't. But you know what? In October, I'm set to be a millionaire in this company. So no, I didn't hit it at the time I set the goal, but I am going to hit it because I've never doubted myself. I believe in the mission. I believe in me, the power of me, and the power that the fact that I can change other people's lives. I believe in our products. I know without a shadow of a doubt that they'll make you healthier. I believe, and let me tell you something, my past has not dictated my future, and do not let your past dictate your future. I grew up on food stamps, and so did my husband. That was not going to be in my future. And I worked really, really hard to make sure it wasn't. So if that's your past, Let the past go. Learn from it. But let it go. Move your eyes forward. Believe that you have this. That's all it takes is your belief. That's the only difference between you and me. So even if you suck, just start. Start. Quit living in fear of what people are going to think about you. If you ask 100 people what they think about P90X, and if it's helped people lose weight, 93 of them, 93 are going to say, absolutely, I know that works. I know it's hard though. The other 7, only because they've never heard of the program. That's it. Okay? So people may make fun of you for this business. Why? They don't pay your bills. Have belief and have confidence in you and what you are trying to accomplish over the next 5 years. Okay? So that is my team call. I'm pretty passionate about this. And it all stemmed from Miss Stephanie Roberts. So thank you, Mama, for the aha moment of what I was going to really, really start focusing on over the next couple of months. So you guys have any questions for me? I'm going to take you off mute. You're all off mute, so ask away.
Have you noticed a difference as far as sharing the stories from, like, ones from the BB website or personal? Have you noticed more comments or on which one?
I do. I get a lot more comments just with personal than I do with just sharing. However, it's still awesome to share those every once in a while. You know, like I would, whether it's a challenger or yourself, you need to be featuring yourself too, because I know that you are working on you and you've had such a great transformation already. You got to start sharing that more. But you know, your team members, share mine. You can. It does. I don't care. It's not. But I found that the people that you know have a better traction. Yeah. And that was a great question.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
There was a couple people I was talking to, and they ended up signing underneath other coaches. I'm still friends with them, but I don't know how to go about still having a relationship with them when they're, you know, with somebody else, and you know, they keep, like, the boyfriend keeps asking me questions, and I don't know how to answer his questions now that his girlfriend has signed underneath someone else. And I mean, I try not to be upset about it, but
it hurts.
Well, I'm not so much hurt as I am, like, if you were signing underneath someone else, then why would you even come talk to me about it?
Yeah.
So how do I handle that situation?
You know, and feel free to chime in, anybody. So I would go and I would say, hey, I am trying to get better at this. What was the reason that you went with this person versus me? Because I talked to you about it. So is there something that I did that maybe turned you off? You know, because if you turn this into a learning experience, it's going to help you, I promise. And we've all had it done. Like I've had, oh my goodness, people go with other people all the time. And it stings a little bit. It does. I will not lie. That never gets easier. But it's probably something that I said or maybe didn't say. That's another thing. Maybe something that, you know, you didn't say. But ask them and just say, I genuinely want to know what was the reason. Okay? And if you tell them you're trying to get better. Now, if someone is asking for your advice all the time, say, you know, what's your coach like? Have you reached out to them? You can say, I'm still learning, you know, and if it's something that you do know, then you know what, again, give graciously because you will be rewarded. I promise you will be blessed. But if it's something that you're like, I don't know, I got to go look it up or I got to ask myself, say that and just say, you know, ask your coach, like that's their job. Like that's what they're here for, to make sure that you succeed. And if your coach isn't willing to do that, then go above their head. Go to the diamond coach or the star diamond coach or the next star diamond coach. So do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've told a couple people about how interesting you guys are, and like how some of you have the same story that they have, but it's almost like when I start talking to them about it, they want to know, but then they shut down. And if you want to know something and I tell you what you need to know, then why are you shutting down? I mean, I'm not trying to hard sell you.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that there's somebody above me who is better than me who I can get you in contact with.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that a lot of times, and this is a mistake that I made. Oh my gosh. So, and I still do it. I talk too much, so if people ask me a question, I'm like, oh, cause I get so excited, kind of like on these calls, I go, blah, 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 and I just spit it out. So honestly, like I would ask them a couple of questions and say, you know what? Let's get you, like if it's about coaching or, or something like that, let's get you in a sneak peek. Every month I do a sneak peek of where it's not you're not hard selling, you're not icky, you're not a salesperson. It's me telling the story about our business. And when you're confident and when you feel good, then you can do them. You can run them, but I would say, would you like to just check it out? And and it's not just me, it's actually the stories doing all the talking. So I use more of a third party than try to explain what this business is. So that's why that 15 to 30 second elevator speech is so important. This is what I do now. I don't, I'm not an expert. So let's let somebody who is, or I'm not that I'm an expert, but the stories and the system that we have works really, really well. And that way there's not that pressure, because that's the one thing that turns people away. And it's not you, it's not me putting the pressure on them. It's like, dude, you asked me, you wanted to know about it. It's that they're putting the pressure on themselves. That's all it is. And they don't want to be tricked into something, they want to know, but they don't want to be tricked into it. So the sneak peek is a way for them to just check it out on the fly, and be that little fly on the wall. And ask questions as they have them.
Okay, now with the sneak peek, am I giving them a website, or am I introducing them to you or to Mandy, or?
It's gonna, it's a Facebook group, and I just call it the Team One sneak peek or intro to coaching, or I don't know what I've called it now, but I'll find the link. I actually do it the third week of every month. So we're going to be I'm going to start talking about it pretty soon, and I will definitely tag you and make sure that it's coming up. So when I invite to this business, that's when I invite. I do it at the time of the sneak peek, a couple of days before, and I send them the link to join, and I have them join it again instead of adding them. Again, it's that no pressure. If you want to know about this, here, check it out. And if they don't ask to be a part of the group, then they're not that serious at that point,
Okay.
But yeah, I do all the work for you. And again, it allows you just to be that supportive person on the side. And, and then again, when you feel confident, then you start doing them yourself for your team. So it's coming up the third week of every month. We do it for 3 days. I may do a 5-day this time. Trying to perfect it. I don't know yet, but yeah, that's a really good question. It's really, really good. Hi, Melissa. You guys have any other questions? So do you feel like you can now do this business? It's really just you and your belief in yourself and the belief in the business and the belief in our products. That's all it is. That's the thing that makes it or breaks it. Well, that and consistency. Belief number 1, consistency number 2. Just like exercise, belief that you can actually change your body physically and internally, and the consistency to make it happen. Because if you don't have those two, it's not going to happen. Our business is the same way. So, all right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to end it. What you think? Yeah?
That's fine.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. You know where I'm at. You know where I'm at, so reach out to me anytime you have questions. Vernon, if you want me to, show some love to somebody, oh my gosh, please. I'm here. I can do that.
Okay.
Right?
I know so many people and they're interested in getting in shape, but then I get I'm not good with programs or programs are boring, and then they want a accountability partner. Well, I could be your accountability partner if you get on one of the programs, you know? And people that even live in the same state with me, right down the street from me, it's okay. Come over to my house. I'll help you become accountable, But when the rubber meets the road, they don't want to be here because they know I'm going to really make them work.
Yeah, that's you know what? And sometimes they're just not ready to make that change. But if you keep asking them, there will come a time where they say, yes, I've tried everything else and nothing's worked. So I'm going to give you a chance. That's the problem is they don't have belief in themselves that they can do it because they've tried everything under the sun and they failed at everything, and they just don't want to spend any more money and put any more money into something else that may or may not work. But something that I've talked to somebody and I've said, what can I say to make you say yes? I've said that. I've said, what is it that's holding you back? What is your fear? I can guarantee you X, Y, Z if you'll do this. Just commit. So that, like the 21-day fix is kind of my go-to program. The reason is because it works really fast. So, like P90X is an amazing program, but it's 90 days. Insanity is an amazing program, but it's 60 days. And, the second half of the workouts are an hour long. So I love the 21-day fix because it's that quick fix that people want, desire, and need. And even if they don't do like the challenge pack and do Shakeology, they're going to see a huge difference in a week. If they follow the program just for 1 week, they're going to see changes. And that is all it takes is 1 week, and if they get their money back. So that's something that's really, really cool is in 21 days, you get your money back if you've truly given this a shot, but they'll do it.
And that was the one that I had told my buddy about, and his girlfriend actually got on that, but she signed on with someone else. So I'm like, and I'm like, I hope it works for you.
Yeah. I would ask her, she did not feel comfortable with you? Is it something that you said? I would definitely ask just for a learning curve to find out, what it is. That helps every single time. And I've done that a bunch and I've gotten some really good feedback. So that would be my advice, and just keep doing it. I want you to start posting more on social media, be really consistent with that, and be unapologetic about it. Be unapologetic. Because you have a tremendous ability to make a lot of changes in people. Because you're a man. You say something and I say something, you're automatically going to have more credibility just because you're of male stature. And I'm telling you, and if you are, you're into MMA, and dude, throw your weight around. I'm known as the tough love coach because I'm going to tell you how it is, and I'm going to kick your ass in the process.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to hide behind a wall and go, oh, I'm not going to be offensive. No, I'm going to tell you how it is, but I'm going to love on you at the same time. But if that is your personality, be unapologetic about it.
Okay.
It's got to be something that you're not. Because that's what people love about you.
Okay.
Telling you. Trust me. So
all
really
right.
Posting, be more active, be more consistent with social media. And I'm actually gonna do like a social media training. I'm putting it together right now because I feel like that's where a lot of people probably feel inadequate, and what do I do? What do I say? What's my niche? When's like all the little ins and outs of social media. So I'm working on that, and it's almost ready. So we'll definitely do that, and it'll take everybody out of their comfort zone, but it will be awesome at the end because you'll go, whoa, what happened? My business just blew up.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with posting, but like the past 2 weeks, I did sprain my back. So that's why I haven't been posting. But yeah, I'll get back. I just started working out again yesterday, but I can't do a full workout because my body's just not ready to do a full workout.
Talk about it. Talk about the last 2 weeks. You strained your back and it's been, you've been really frustrated and you've felt your energy level go down. Talk about that kind of stuff because that's real life, and talk about it's your first workout. Dude, you need to talk about how it freaking hurts your back and how your strength is gone or whatever, or maybe you have to modify a lot. Just say, this is going to help you strength, whatever it is, but talk about your real life. Talk about your food struggles. I've been getting a lot of personal messages because I've kind of let people into my food addiction part of my life. I love to eat. And, Krista knows because she's my neighbor, but just allowing people to see the real me. Yes, I'm a fitness instructor. Yes, I'm a personal trainer and a health and fitness coach, but I love me a big old plate of nachos, Frito pie, whatever. Stuff that's just not good for you. And the struggle that I have with food and staying consistent. So be authentic, be real, be vulnerable. And you're going to attract a lot of people because they're going to go, thank you. Thank you for being so honest.
Okay.
Vernon, I don't actually know you, but my name's Melissa. I'm under Christy Thurman Jones. Okay. So what Heather was saying, talking about your back injury, definitely go ahead and talk about that because what everyone else normally may see you as this fitness person posting this type of exercise or whatever, they see you at this level probably all the time. And most of the time we can't connect with those same type of people. So they may be looking out for someone that's here that still needs to get up here. So it makes you look more of a real person, knowing that yes, at some time you can get hurt or you stumble a little bit and you build yourself back up, because I had hurt my back also. And I shared that and people sent me private messages and stuff. I broke my big toe, had a boot on. I started like the basic 21-day fix that what isn't normally enough to push me, but it allowed me to share a journey that connected more with other people that I wasn't connecting with before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure. Thank you, Melissa.
People connect with your story.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go, Krista.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know if you can hear me. People connect with your story. Everyone wants that fairy tale ending, but they also want the struggle. You don't go to a movie theater and all live happily ever after. First, they have to struggle. They have to get through the stuff that you don't think you get through. I know that when I talk about postpartum depression, and that's how I came into exercise. Even in high school when I was supposed to run, I didn't do it. I ran to the car. I'm like, tell me when you're done. I'm not doing it. And so when I talk about that I had postpartum depression, they want to put me on meds. Well, but instead I went and walked around the block, and then I slowly started running. And, that evolution, it makes it real. It makes it like magically I didn't just all of a sudden be able to complete insanity without dying. So I know that that's helped inspire other people, because then they're like, well, okay, you're real. And so when you talk about your back hurting, it's one of those things. It's like you get somebody else and you connect with somebody who can't even touch their toes. And so I don't know, I would just say talk about it all, even the bad stuff, even the days that I'm sitting in the pantry eating chocolate because you saw all my helpers coming through. It's like, yeah, I should have gotten my workout done this morning, but I didn't. The kids were up at 6 asking about this and that. So those are the stories that make it to where we're real, and people are like, okay, she's struggling to get her workout done too. She's, at 9 o'clock at night going, dang it, I haven't done it. I guess I'll just cram something in. And, nobody has a perfect life. So just tell it how it is, even if it's not perfect. We always try to make Facebook perfect, I feel like. And I know that I fall into that where it's like, is this the right angle? If this picture, are my children dressed? Are they naked? I have one child that's always naked. You can ask Heather. always in her panties.
Hey, I had one too, and she now dresses. So
I know, she's inspiring my
sweating,
oldest to
like,
dress.
don't see that armpit stain? That's
Keeping
nasty.
it real. Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
So I would just tell people about it all. And obviously not TMI. They don't need to know every detail of your life. And see all my helpers. She's the one that wears clothes, though. It's her little sister that doesn't. So I'd be interested to know, okay, your back hurt, but, you know, how'd you overcome it? Because that'd be something valuable to me, because my dad just had back surgery. So, you know, how are you getting back into it? What, you know, how are you modifying? What, you know, what kind of recovery are you doing? Are you taking it slower? Things like that would be really valuable information. Not for me personally, but I could pass it on. Hey, I know somebody who, like you're able to do with other people. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome point.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. All right, you guys feel good? Yes? You ready to go conquer the world, right?
Yeah, I'm ready to go right.
Okay, so I want you to fill out those things. Don't forget, you're charting your course and then work on that elevator speed. So important. So thank you for being on the call, you guys. Jess, Melissa, Krista, Vernon, I just appreciate you so much. And I will see you guys soon. Yes?
Yes.
All right.